impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
You bastards! Den måde, han så busy little hands. Red flag, red flag, red flag!
Hey there, I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you...
Alright guys, velkommen til endnu et afsnit af The Other Worlds. Sidste gang, lynhurtig recap, der vi fik jo, fandt ud af, hvad der var galt i hele, hvad det her strøm her. Vi fik valgt faktisk også at dirigere strømmen over til byen, i stedet for den her udbrydergruppe. Og det var, vi måske ikke taget så godt af dem her, selvfølgelig ikke. De er en udbrydergruppe. Men vi fandt også ud af, at den der Adelaide der, lederen af den udbrydergruppe, hun vil gerne tilbage til byen. Men hun vil ikke samarbejde med ham her Reed Thompson. Og ham fik vi faktisk overtalt til, at han skulle indlevere sin afskedelse. Så nu har vi faktisk fået mulighed for, at vi kan flyve til andre planeter. Så det bliver rigtig spændende. Så nu skal vi til en ny verden, så følg med her. Alright, Parvati. Du vil snakke.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
What about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure, we should head over to the engineering now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Skal du lige snakke med hende der? Ja.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I noticed you were in the middle of the argument earlier.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
I'd like to hear your side. What's happened?
I had this foreman, right? Guy never... He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
That's when you saw the difference, like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't that...
The previous captain died in a horrible
So
accident.
your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
You in a hurry to get somewhere?
Oh, not at all. Just, gonna figure out what to do next. See you around, boss.
Okay, god snak, vi havde der. Det må jeg sige.
Huh? Hey.
Sur leg.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Yo, bruh.
Identification, please. You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker. You must have just dusted off from one of those dirt side outposts.
Sure did. And now we're in space.
Fed
Well-
body.
Welcome to Groundbreaker. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I'm about to ruin your day.
The fuck?
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
You bastards! How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
And idea why my ship was impounded.
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Great. I'll go talk to him and straighten this out.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Okay.
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm looking for someone named Gladys.
Fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
How does Halcyon Holdings work here
Are
anyway?
you pulling my leg?
I'm new around here.
You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board.
The board runs most of the system, don't they? Det lyder det bare selv, det gør.
Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
Så de bytter et byråkrati fra et andet. Altså, det er den gamle historie igen. Bytte en diktator fra en anden diktator. Alright. How does Groundbreaker fit into that?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
So that's actually a board. So that's actually a boardroom somewhere with all these companies sitting in it.
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
Got it.
Glad to help.
What do you know about Sublight Salvage?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineer.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
The fuck? Got it, thanks.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep. All right.
Seems like there's some tension between the board and Groundbreakers. Yeah, det kunne være, at vi skulle undersøge
You
det.
noticed, huh?
You people won't stop yapping about it. It's hard to miss.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Why can't Groundbreaker and the board just work together?
This really must be your first time here. There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
Your suggestion, instead of disrepair, you could make the board fix it.
You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it. But what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
What can you tell me about Udom Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
Thanks for the info.
Sure thing.
See you around.
Be seeing you.
Alright, cool you.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear.
What bounties do you have available?
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but 2 officers.
Flying under influence or illegal substances?
Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot. Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum.
And leads where I might find the grid.
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the leg.
We'll take the posting.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though.
Alright, cool. Så går vi hen til hende her, tror jeg. Udom Bedford. Skal vi snakke med ham først?
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
This is Halcyon.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he.
Nej, det er godt gættet.
Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Og han lyder til at være sådan ret tæt ved ham. Hvordan skal jeg sige, at han faktisk er ret flad? Okay, Alex is dead.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Sjovt nok, så er Alex også faktisk trapped under sådan en stor jernting. No, sorry. Sorry for you lose or loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die?
Er det godt det der for tiden, at vi skal lyve om det? Det prøver vi.
No! How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings.
Ah, ja, det bliver det sådan set. I'm very sorry. Can we get back to the topic at hand?
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Ikke lige. Why is the board so interested in Wells anyway?
You haven't read the posters. He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
What do you think? And Alex never mentioned Phineas Wells.
That's... well, that's just terrible news.
Så er det ikke skulle lyve der.
Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me. Is there anything else I might help you with?
What is about the board having your head?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. It's... well, it's my white whale, I suppose.
I can't tell you what this is.
It's fine, really. Now, if you've nothing else, please see yourself out. Be my...
Does it seem hot in here to you?
Law, but it's miserable. My underarms are damp.
Hi,
How
nasty.
can I be expected to work in these conditions? Chief Tennyson is supposedly looking into the cause, but I've seen no action from her. Deplorable conduct. My superiors will be hearing about it. Oh, good law. Who'd want to go to that toxic help?
What do you do here? So no?
No. Emphatically no. Unequivocally no. Immutably no.
No one have done it. You didn't have to click open the
Best
thesaurus.
to be clear, I believe.
What do you do exactly here?
I'm the certified representative of the board's interests here on the Groundbreaker. I'm their eyes, ears, and busy little hands.
Den måde, han så busy little hands. Red flag, red flag, red flag! Big fish in a small space, just a nice setup.
I have few complaints.
Why are there armed guards here?
Oh, you've noticed my friends.
Er den til venner?
Wonderful.
Okay.
Aren't their guns very large? Tremendously impressive. They're here to keep the peace, of course.
To watch your back, you mean?
Precisely. Groundbreaker makes much ado about its independent status and so resents any board presence, no matter how benign.
You call keeping officers on the permit benign?
When the alternative is board guards at their gates, yes, I do. They don't see it that way, of course, but I can't say I much care.
What are those locked doors in the back?
A luxury stateroom, reserved for Chairman Rockwell's use.
Does the chairman visit here often?
Oh, good law, of course not. He'd never set foot on this decrepit junk pile. As this office is the primary embassy for the board on Groundbreaker, corporate bylaws specifically state a room must be maintained for the chairman's exclusive use. Ask away.
Alright, så skal vi finde ladies, tror jeg. Det er ikke det, vi skal.
Got a second? Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. It's just admiring your ship from up close. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Only thing it's missing is me.
You're pretty eager to throw in with somebody you barely know.
Yes, I absolutely am. Just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn crew you ever hired. You're serious. You're giving me a shot. All right.
Okay.
hang
Det
on,
havde jeg ikke
hang on.
forventet. Vent, hvad?
I put together a little speech, just in case you asked. Hey there, I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you... Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
I'm sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is it's a work in progress.
Ja, det er tydeligt. Okay, you hired.
Wow. You don't know how long I've been waiting to hear that. Thanks, boss.
You got a crew now.